Good morning. I'm John Ellsworth, founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage. I want to thank you for listening today. This presentation I've entitled, Have You Heard of the 5 F's? Recently, on a not so positive note, recently my father-in-law, my wife's dad, passed away at almost age 91, and we certainly are missing him, but we feel very blessed that we were able to spend 4 hours with him the afternoon before he passed away. And during those 4 hours, he looked up at us and he said in a very clear and lucid manner, he said, "Remember, kids, the 5 F's. And we, of course, we looked at each other and went with a puzzled look and said, "But the 5 F's? What are the 5 F's?" And he said the following: faith, family, friends, farming, and football. So I'd like to kind of go through them because, and I give him full credit for these were his very words. When he was talking about faith, he's talking about the Christian faith, which I totally agree with. But also, I think you can go deeper than that, even with faith too, in our country, our economy, and how about our 250-year history that's coming up very soon, actually within the next week of recording this. Are we perfect as a country? No, I think we'll all agree we're not perfect. We never have been, we never will be, and we aren't today. But the reality is, I don't see people climbing over walls to get out of this country. I only see them climbing over the walls to get in, and I think that's a sign of a pretty good country. I think also we see a lot of this, what Victor Davis Hanson calls tribalism, where we're infighting, trying to get things set up against each other, which is really foolish. But as he says, this tribalism needs to stop. And I also think you'll agree with this. As we look around, we see a lot of clamoring about the benefits of socialism, the benefits of communism. And you know what? The reality is, look around the whole globe and you will not find one case where it works. Not for all of us. And we all have grand opportunities in our society here today. So I'd say let's knock it off and get on with the rest of life. That's the summary of faith. On family, number 2, I think sometimes we overlook the positive benefit of ongoing support from our families. And we need to communicate with them. I think I said that in last month's videos as well. Stay in close contact. They can be a great support team, and I have a fantastic support team in my family, always have. And as long as I've been in business, particularly, this has been very beneficial. And you know what? For those of you that are running farming operations, specifically, or small businesses, I want to point out something. It's good to stay in close contact with the next generation because they keep them involved. Because frankly, they may represent your retirement plan. And I don't say that lightly. I say that very factually, that a lot of next generation will take over. So stay in touch with them, keep them involved. Number 3 is friends. We all have them, and we should share our ideas with them. If they're really friends, they're not going to steal your ideas anyway. But they can be very beneficial, again, just like your family, very supportive as you climb the ladder of success. And I include not only friends in this category, but colleagues, co-workers, and remember the old saying, be kind to those people on your way up the success ladder, the ladder of success, because they're the same people you might meet on the way back down. So you want to stay on good terms with them. You'll need their support in both directions. Number 4, he pointed out farming. This is pretty self-explanatory for most of you. He found great pride in his farming community, his friends that were in it, and their willingness to help each other in downtimes, in tough harvest conditions, tough planting seasons. They work together, and I think the farming community, number 4, was a great point that he made. And finally, football. Now, I know a lot of you aren't going to be avid Kansas City Chiefs fans like my father-in-law was, but whatever your favorite team is not the important thing. What matters is this. It's a positive, perfectly positive example of teamwork, camaraderie, and seeking a common goal. whether it's getting the football into the end zone for a touchdown or some other goals in any event, a common objective that you can work together as a team to get there. And I think football sets a pretty good example of that, provides us with a good example. So, in summary, I hope you can relate to the 5 F's. I want to thank my father-in-law, Paul Lehman, for sharing them. And I hope you can relate to them because I think they make a very solid foundation for continued success. And I would encourage you to follow them as I try to as well. I want to thank you for listening today. I'm John Ellsworth, founder of Success Strategies Incorporated and the creator of the Success Strategies Advantage. Thank you very much.